Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. Once again, I'm with you with my new content. Today, I'm going to discuss about function in C programming. As initial step, let us see today's class overview. First topic is what is function, then anatomy of a function, that means the part of the function, then types of function. We'll see how many types of function are there in C program, then function declaration and definition, and then example. We will see some coding example in Visual Studio Code. Then advantage of finally the advantage of functions. That means why we have to learn about the motive of why we are using function in C programming. The first topic is what is function. Let us see the definition. A function is a block of a code designed to perform a specific task. That means a function is a part of a code and which is designed by the developer to do specific work or task. To understand the basic idea, imagine about human body. There are many parts such as mouth. Mouth is a part of human body which is designed for speaking or eating. Such as function is also similar. That is a block of code that's designed to perform specific tasks that helps dividing programs into smaller and manageable parts. And there are many benefits such as easier debugging and reusable code, readable programs, and many so on. The next, anatomy of a function, that means a part of a function. If we analyze the basic declaration syntax of a function, we found for anatomy there is return type. That is a value that the function return. It can be void or integer. Then the function name. Function name must be a unique identifier. If you asked what is identifier, I have already discussed about identifiers. Then parameter is input values. And function body, the statements executed by the function. Okay, next, types of a function. There are two types of function in C programming. The first one is built-in functions. Built-in functions are functions that are predefined in C programming and provided by the language, C language, such as printf, scanf, squared. These functions are already defined in C programming and they provide these functions. And then user-defined function. User-defined functions are functions that are created by the programmer for specific tasks. So we get to type basic type of functions, built-in function that is provided by the language, and user-defined function that is defined by the user or programmers. Next, function declaration versus definition. In order to declare a function, we have to follow the basic syntax of a function. First, integer, which is a return type. Then add, it's a function name, and integer a and integer b are parameter. According to the basic syntax, first return type, then function name, and then parameter. That is the declaration that tells compiler about function. The definition, actual code of the function, what we write inside the function. Integer add, integer a, integer b, the declaration, and definition of the function is return a and b. Actually, this function add to integer. Calling a function using its name in the main or other function, we can call a function inside the main function using its name, such as integer result equal to add, and the parameter are 5 and 3. Okay, let us move to the next slide. Example of a function. There is a simple example of a function. In the next slide, there is an example of function. Okay, let us go to the Visual Studio Code and write a C program using function and run them to have some practical knowledge about function in C program. Take an empty file and save it, func.c. Now add the header hash include studio.h. Now, in order to declare a function, first there will be a return type. First, we will print hello world using function. So we can write the return type of the function void hello. In the definition section, we can write printf hello world. Okay, our function declaration and definition is done. Now we have to call the function inside the main function. just simply call the function hello. Sorry, done. Now if we run the code, let's see what happens. Hello world, it will print hello world. In this way we can use function in our C programming code. Let us see another example. Let us change here the return type, make it integer, and here make it add. We have to use a parameter integer a, integer b. Now this section will be changed, return a plus b. That means it's a function whose name is add that adds to integer. Now we have to call the function. For that there will be add, but we haven't print there, so we have to put it into another variable, result equal to add, and we have to provide the parameter first 5 and 7. Okay, now print f sum specifier, format specifier, then print the result. Now let us see what happens. Okay. Sum 12. We can change here if we change the sign, it also will work, but there we have to change the name multiply. For I have shortly used mult, and then nothing to do, just change mult. Okay, let us see what happens. Oh, so sorry, I haven't changed the name. But okay, no, let us see what happens. 35. That means 5 multiplied 7 is equal to 35. Let us go back to our slide. There is the code example we have seen in the Visual Studio Code. In our next slide, there are some advantages of using function in C programming. First, reusability. We can write one code and use for multiple times by using function. Then organization, keep code structured and neat. If we use the function, the code looks so structured and neat. Easier debugging, as we are dividing the code into smaller functions, so it is easier to test and find bugs. And readability, programs are easier to understand. If you use function, program will be more readable. Okay, that was our today's lecture. Thank you everyone. Assalamu alaikum.